You're afraid you cannot run what's running through your veins. Oh, you're carrying the weight in the dead of night on that broken road. I won't let you walk alone. Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, we got each other, and if you got tomorrow, then you still got time to break the chain that left you scarred from where you came. Is it who you are? Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, I won't pretend that I know half the hell you've seen, but that don't mean it's something that you're destined to repeat. Oh, it's stronger than you think. Know it has to end, but you don't know where to start. You can pack your bags and I'll meet you where you are. Oh, I'll be waiting in the car in the dead of night on that broken road. I won't let you walk alone. Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, we got each other, and if you got tomorrow, then you still got time to break the chains that left you scarred from where you came. Is it who you are? Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Life keeps on raging, don't you forget, God's not done with you yet. When it feels like you're losing the war in your head, just know this isn't the end. Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. We got each other, and if you got tomorrow, then you still got.
We are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Washington Commanders. Stage is set, ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area, so it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll run here with the rookie. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 7.
Hawk 70, Hawk, Dragon 60. Ready, right?
To throw is Daniels. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Commander's first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game.
70, trap 60, trap 60, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
On play action, Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. And they're going to be set up in inside the 50. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Washington. They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. I don't think I was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Now, this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I think a little bit of what's happened here, Mike, is this offense is having some trouble matching the level of physicality of the defense. So physically, they're getting beat at the point of attack, and I think these last two plays are a great example why.
And that's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up fourth down.
The key to a good zone read offense is the timing, and in this case, it took a little bit longer to get going. By the time the back was given the ball, the defense was through. They're able to take them down on third down for a big loss. You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along, but that's a good 3 points to start this game.
On the return is Dylan Lowby. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the... So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now the runner-up in last year's Heisman race, Ashton Gentile. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle. From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Smith. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And will bring up 3rd down.
So, Mike, you find yourself in some of these inclement weather games, whether it's rain or snow. Really, the challenge falls on the defensive side. They're usually more in a reactionary position where they got to change directions and they got to react to the plays and the movement of the offense. So what you want to do in these bad games is...
That's the Pro Bowl corner, J.C. Horn. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. That's McLaurin open on the left side. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Panthers 60, Panthers.
So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him. so we'll step aside.
Steady, steady.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
19, Tiger, 19.
Play action. Here's Daniels. Moving outside the pocket. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
3rd and inches.
19, Tiger.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Mark him right on the 15, and the march continues. That is a first down picked up on the ground.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
70 Lions.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Open man, it's Dante Thornton. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll try to get this one on the ground. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
Defensively, you earn that type of play. It's 3rd and short. You expect the offense to convert on most of those chances. Not only do they deny them, they hand them a pretty significant loss.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. 19 Lions. 79 Broncos. Panther 11.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. Escaping, and he's in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him. And in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
And no chance to return. One through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Smith.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Third and 11. From the shotgun, Smith. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. He'll return it from the 11. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Drive will start on the ground, and he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. It's the Commanders with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. From the 23, here's second down and 7.
Let's go now.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. That's to the right side, and it's Sinnott. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of a first down after a gain of 7. Third down, we'll try to get it on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On fourth down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress. And now, will you look at this? It's a fake. And they will finally bring him down, but what a call there. The fake works, big yardage, and the first down.
Certainly not the most creative way to pick up the first down, but Mike, no less effective. The offense gets the comeback and maintain possession, and as the special team unit comes off the field, they did their job.
That's into the hands of Horton. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
That's good for a Washington Commanders.
Seven Pirates.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Flush to his right. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. This one complete to Washington. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
It is 3rd and long.
Check. Go check. Come on. Set. Panther 6. Dragon 6. 79 Broncos.
From the shotgun on 3rd down. Daniels. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Nice play design here by the offensive coordinator. His ability to get the quarterback outside the pocket, take some stress off the protection. By the time he reaches the launch point, the receiver's running wide open downfield, and he puts the ball right on the money.
That's complete. John Bates, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Panther 60. Panther 60. Regs.
Here's a run. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
So push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Johnny Lions. Let's go.
Throwing is Daniel. And he'll take it on in. Dante Thornton. Touchdown, Commanders. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. He's inside the 30. The defense saves the touchdown, but a terrific run. It'll be 1st and goal inside the 10. A big-time play for Vegas. 56 yards. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Play action now. It's Gino. This is going to be caught for a touchdown. But there is a marker down, and you can tell they know this is coming back. Now it is 1st and goal. Bowers, the man in motion. Here's Smith. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
They've got to find a way to free him up, and whether that's moving him around the formation or using some pre-snap motion to get him better looks. But right now, it's been a lot of double coverage. It's been a lot of tight windows, and if they're going to have more success today on the offensive side of the ball, especially in the passing game, this offensive play caller needs to be more creative, freeing him up.
On 2nd down, Smith. Drop this one down to Genty, and he'll be taken down, but now a long way to go on 3rd and goal.
Defensive coordinators preach preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd and goal. On the bootleg, it's Smith. That pass to the sideline. Nice job to bring it in and stay in bounds, but still short of that first down.
So he gets on the board, first catch of his career. I can promise you he's going to hang on to that ball. Now, it wasn't the flashiest of plays, but just try to get him comfortable and try to settle him into this game. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 in Buffalo 8, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniel. His throw left side is complete, and he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
40, 70, grab.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing that, Daniel. That one complete to Jalen Lane. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
46-yard line.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Handoff here, up the middle, and they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Okay, break. 2. Cowboy 80.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's 2nd down.
Get it.
Daniels gonna throw again. That is intercepted. Picked off by Darian Porter. And he's gonna be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and inches. In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. Keep it on the ground with Genty, and he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
He's got his big tight end, Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Yeah, and they'll force him out of bounds right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 6, left it, 18, tight end.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. On target, got it to McClure. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Washington first down.
Daniels now on 1st down. Exiting the pocket right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Commander's first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ready? Buffalo 86, Dragon 60. Panther 11, Panther 11. 7 back. Ready?
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That'll be complete to Tootin. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try.
Washington Commanders first down.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. So, 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the 2nd half. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Run right up the gut with Genty. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll go again with Genty.
The ability to read and then react on this run. That was the key to this play here, Mike, for the linebacker. He's the run-through player, but when you hit it as fast as he does, the offensive linemen have no chance of getting off their combination blocks to account for you. You get through with speed in the backfield, you take them down for a loss.
It is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Gina. That's the Pro Bowl corner, J.C. Horn. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
A lot of defenses will try to isolate the best receiver, Mike, and say, okay, we're going to take him out of the game. Well, I think in this case, we might see the offense do the exact same thing. They might take this one particular defender into pass coverage and say, we are not going to throw his way. He's already gotten me twice. I'm not going to let him get me again.
On first down, Daniels. Downfield, that's Hyatt. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. On play action, Daniels. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now a give up the middle. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the lines. It's a loss of a couple.
The idea here on second down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a third and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here. And I think on third and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
70 Lions. 60. Hurt. Cloud. Alert motion.
Third and goal. It's Daniels. On the run to the right. Now he throws back over the middle. It is complete.
This is a great example of why it's so critical that on defense, everybody does their job. You got a free hit blitzer coming right at the quarterback, but because they don't contain him in the pocket, they allow him to escape, and it doesn't allow that blitz to get home. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Smith to throw on first down. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 27. Here's second and 5. Working out of the gun, Smith flush to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And third down just became a lot tougher. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is third and 10. From the shotgun, Smith rolling right. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds.
At their own 46-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. Nice game on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? That one on the center, Tyler Biotish.
Ready? 19.
Play action. Here's Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Now pass deep from McLaurin. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now.
Here we go. 19 Lions. 60 Eagles. 60 Bearcats. 60.
Third and 2. Here's Daniels. Left side in the hands of Neighbors.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. That's hard. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A big play there for Washington. It's a gain of 34. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That is hot. What a job to keep the play alive. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Washington. So now Daniels and the Commanders offense going to go for 2.
The Commanders will line up for the two-point conversion.
They're going to try to run it in. And he's not going to make it into the end zone. However, there is a flag down. So let's see what that's all about. So let's try this again. They come to the line to go for 2. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out.
Commanders 29, Raiders 10. Matt Gay to kick off for Washington.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Laube now to return it. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. A run right here, and it's Genty. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up
Here's a second and 12.
at the 20-yard line.
Play action now. It's Gino. Forced out to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Now, Gino. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Raider first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Ron Payne there for the stop.
At their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Smith. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time, he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
From the gun on third down, Smith. That's taken in. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? Gino going to throw for it. Ooh. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen. Trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on fourth down. They go play action with Smith. He'll take a shot for Watson. He's got it! And they finally bring him down inside the 5, but he's not going to like what he sees when he turns around. There's a penalty flag down. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Once again, it's Gentile. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Third and long. Gino to throw. Forced out wide. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. On the move left. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Sainristil.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Ben Sinnott was the intended receiver. And third down coming up.
Hey, smash Broncos! 60 Maverick! Pat! Top Buffalo 18! Ready?
From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. He's going to pick up the first down and more. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To the air again is Daniels. Now he'll air one out. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw. But I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
Brings up third and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
It's fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. They'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
That's good for Washington. First down.
Mustang 19!
First and 10
Here we
at
go,
the
here we go!
13-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jeremy Chinn. And the Raiders will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Smith to throw on first and 10. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
And he's lucky this one didn't go back the other way, Mike. He got away with just a bad decision, bad throw. And defensively, you get a chance to steal a possession for your offense. You got to capitalize and make those plays.
On the handoff, this is Genty. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
On third down, they go with Mostert. And he'll take this forward to the 26. Only need a yard, and it's fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
They'll go. Smith. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage, but not gaining any either. It's 3rd down.
The truth is, Mike, they just aren't getting the push they need up front. This defense has been a motivated group these last couple plays, and now for the 2nd straight time, they failed to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Seven Pirates, 18, Rattler, 18, Mustang 19. Ready?
They'll go. Here's Daniels. That is caught at the 3. And he's in. Facial shooting. Touchdown, Commanders. Gay to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Laube now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's carry number 1 for the former Bulldog, Zamir White. He takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. They motion the slot man left. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. 3rd and 6. Bowers, the man in motion. On 3rd down, they go with Gentile. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
The Raiders send their punt team out. A fair catch called for and taken in. Although we do have a flag down, so we're going to have to sort this one out.
Maverick, 60 Maverick, 19, 18, Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready, ready?
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over just shy of midfield.
Even though that interception, it probably won't have much of an impact on the outcome of the game, but at least defensively it gives them something positive to build off of, because up until that point, this game's been a struggle.
Smith now to throw on first down. He'll find Jesse out of the backfield. Will come up now for second down and 4.
A 5-yard gain brings up second down at the Commanders' 46-yard line.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. And it comes with exactly 1 minute left in the game. They'll throw here on third and short yardage. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it just past their 25.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
19. Cougar 19 Lions. Ready.
Daniels to throw on second down. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Go, Regs. Go.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
Turnover on down.
Off the play fake. It's Smith. He's got it at the 7. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders are able to cut into the deficit.
36. Raiders 17.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is taken in at the goal line. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
On first down, Daniels. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Here we go. Set. Go.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. This one complete to Washington. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
60 average, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Daniels now on first down. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Incomplete.
Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10.
Mustang 19. Cougar 19. Buffalo 18.
Here we go. One final play. And Daniels will have the first down as he's able to slide and avoid the contact. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start.
Have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once. I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding